The hair is giving length today, okay? But I'm gonna put my hairband on because we're gonna do it, get ready with me, with some brand new stuff that I picked up. Yay! Oh, the body is glistening, y'all. It's glistening. This is the NARS Orgasm Body Oil. But let's get into some stuff that I recently got. I picked up some stuff from Boots and where's the other place? Pat McGrath. So Boots were doing a promotion where if you spent a certain amount on Sol de Janeiro, the brand, then you'd get a free mini boom boom cream. Now, for whatever reason, I have been in the mind state of like lotions, creams, soufflés, body butters. Like that's just where I'm at, and I think it's because obviously summertime, skin out in it. Like you're gonna have your shoulders on show, you're gonna have your legs on show, your thighs on show. I have been on show, you know what I'm saying? So I need the skin to really skin. So I remembered that I actually kind of liked this one. This is the Baume Dia Bright Cream. I kind of liked this, so I wanted to give it a second go, and then I wanted to test out this one. This is the Coco Cabana Cream, and the scent for this in the body spray, I don't like it. It smells a little bit like stale, but I think it's been reformulated. Somebody told me that has been reformulated, so it might smell different now, but in the cream format it smells really good. So the cream format actually smells a lot more like, it smells like salted caramel with creamed coconut. Okay, they've done the scent right in the body lotion. So this one's really good. I actually used this on my feet the other day, yesterday night, and I was like, oh, the feet were really silky. Do you know what I'm saying? So if Sol de Janeiro can get me to do anything, is to collect their stuff, and this Boom Boom Cream is just so cute. So I wanted to get this again, and I was missing the scent for whatever reason. I'm not really into like nutty fragrances, but I was missing that scent. So here I am. So I got those three, and then the Fenty stuff was from Boots. Now quickly, I also got a Divine Skin sample from Pat McGrath Labs when I picked up the blush, and I've been meaning, I'm so glad they're doing this. I'm really, because with skincare you just have to test it, and I've been meaning to get the essence in the full size, but I wasn't sure what my skin was going to do. So I've actually got the essence straight onto skin right now. That's where you're seeing this natural glow come from. I used this yesterday as well, and really liked how soft and supple and plump my skin was immediately after using it, and it does a great job for hydrating, so much so that I'm not going to go down with a moisturizer. Not today. But this is the little card, little pamphlet. Great design, great packaging. This actually makes me feel like the 80 pounds that's attached to this essence is worth it. So I think once I finish this, just to make sure that, you know, there are no issues, I will pick up a full size. But just quickly, it says makeup is major, skin is divine. Yeah, experience the truth of iconic glowing skin inspired by more than 25 years of backstage beauty. 100% agree, skin appears instantly transformed, hydrated, plump, and glowing. Yes, yes, and yes. Whole bunch of words, whole bunch of blurbs. I can't read those big words, so I'm not going to say anything. But I will say also the little, it's lightly scented with something that smells like rose, and I don't mind a scent in my fragrances, and I really like that. It lasts for like 5 seconds, then it goes, but it's really pretty. So yeah, been loving this so far. I think I will end up picking up the full size as soon as I finish with that. So let's get into the first bit of kind of like skincare, because what we're going to do is we're going to go into this. I'm going to do my eyes and foundation kind of off on camera, and then we'll come back and talk about the other stuff. So I got the Fenty Beauty, I'm lying, it's a Fenty Skin. It's a Fenty Skin product. Got the Fenty Skin Cherry Treat Conditioning Lip Oil. This is 5.6 milliliters of product. So it does have a lot of conditioning properties, and it does smell like cherry, and it is a really nice one. So I used this twice yesterday actually. I used this first thing in the morning, went out, run some errands, lived life, and it stayed on. Like, it stayed on. The wearability of this is fantastic. And then I used it again in the video that I filmed to kind of demo and show, you know, how it looks like, and really enjoyed how silky it was and the gloss that it had on camera. So I really like this. It's got a light like red tint to it, but I think if your lips are really fair, then maybe you'll see the tint, but for the most part I don't think you can really see the tint. Or maybe you can, I don't know. But this is what it's I'm talking and swiping. This is what it looks like on the lips. Super conditioning, super hydrating. Another reason that I picked this up, or I was pushed to picking this up, is because my Patrick Tar lip gloss, the plumping one, is breaking my lips out. got an allergic reaction from it, which is usually why I don't do plumping lip glosses. It's such a shame because that one is a really nice one, a really nice formula. I did also notice that has the plumping effect. I felt like my lips definitely looked a little bit fuller, which I don't really like that on me per se, but the formula is really good. Anyway, it's breaking me out, so I needed something to help with the recovery of my lips, and I've been using this and I really like it. So I do think that it's worth picking up if you're interested in a lip oil. So I haven't contoured, bronze, blush or anything because we're going to go into the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. You get 12 grams of product, and I picked up the shade Pecan Swiller. So this is the deepest of the two. So it comes in the marble packaging, which is a nice divergence from their usual one, but this is a limited edition product, so hence why I think why it's got the limited edition packaging. Also to note, this does come in another little wrapping thing when it's inside the box, because, and let me show you why. Yeah, you guessed it, it came broken. Yeah, the formula is very delicate in the pan, so I'm gonna have to press that in again. I pressed it in yesterday and it's still moving about, so I don't know. But yeah, just word of caution, yeah, be careful where you store this, because if it drops, there's a good chance that it might crack and break, you know what I mean? Anyway, so this is what that one looks like, Pecan Swiller. You've got the deeper brown tones with the golden tones as well. So we've got here where you've got the bronzy brown tone to the formula, and then I guess you can see this stripe, let me get closer, this stripe here, which has the gold tone that will effectively be like a highlighter on your skin. And then once you mix it together, there you go, you get something which is a combination of the two. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix the two colors, and I'm going to put it on one side of the face so you can see the effect that it would have as a finishing product, because for me that's how I'd use it. Now, you don't need a lot at all, I think that's even too much. But it's got a very soft buttery formula, so you end up kind of picking a lot when you've got a light brush. So I don't know if you can see that, probably can see a little bit of the gold flecks. The brown flecks I don't think you can see too tough, because the brown is my skin tone, and I think it looks really pretty. If you go in really light-handed, like, it just looks like your skin is radiant. It just looks like your skin is glowing. It does have glitter speckles to it that you can see up close. Like, I'm looking in the mirror right now, and the mirror is quite nice too, it's quite big. You can see them when you go up close, but on camera you can't see it, and I think it will take the average person on the street wouldn't see it, you know what I mean? So it's not bad, it's actually quite finely milled, but there are a little bit of those in there. So that's what that looks like. I'm wondering if I should build it up. You guys saw it on my forehead, yeah, I'll build it up a little bit more on the cheeks. Let's see if we can get more of the brown side. So this is a dewy kind of glow, where this is a shimmery kind of glow, you know what I'm saying? I quite like this look, but this is how I would use it before going in with my bronzer, blush and everything else, and then I'd use this as a bronzer topper as well. So we'll do that once I start to use the other products. But on this side, I thought I would leave it clean for you guys so you could see what the Pat McGrath blush looks like. So let's get into that. Right, so as we all know, Pat McGrath released her limited edition Divine Blush Duo situation. Now, we've all been like, Pat, we want some bronzers, because we know if anyone can do it, you can do it. But if you look at Pat's like aesthetic when it comes to fashion, beauty, makeup and everything else, she doesn't really sculpt. All her runway looks, for the most part, do not use contour or bronze, that kind of effect. They use the light to create sculpt. So I was like, oh, no wonder we actually aren't getting any bronzer products, because it's not really a Pat McGrath, you know, vision and look. So I get it. So especially since I know she loves to drape, she loves blush all the time. All her shows, especially the couture ones, you'll see the models walking down the runway in some beautifully draped blush that she basically uses to sculpt the face. So I completely get why she did this release. Also, I'm a huge fan of the packaging. This is so cute. I'm gonna keep this. I'm a bit of a collector when it comes to Pat McGrath, so I keep some of the packaging actually. I know some of y'all do the same thing, but anyway, just some thoughts, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is Venetian Sunrise. This is the one that I picked up. I mentioned in my purchase or pass that this is the one that I wanted because I'm a big fan, and actually in part due to Pat McGrath as well. I'm a big fan of these pale blush colors. Yeah, I am. I know. Now I tried it yesterday and I really liked the color, but I felt like it was I was learning the formula. This is a bit more chalky than the other colors that I've tried from the blush, and I think it's just by virtue of the fact that this is a pale lilac and this is a pale pink, so you're gonna get something that's chalky. So I think I'm gonna use a different brush this time around. So yesterday I used a very like hard pressed brush with natural bristles that caused a lot of fallout and didn't like that. So today I'm going to use something a little bit softer. This is synthetic, it's a little bit fluffier. So we're going to go into the pink, and then I'm going to take that lightly on the brush, and then we're going to sweep that on the back. It's such a pretty color. It's actually showing up a little bit more peachy on my skin, and it is a peachy pink, to be fair, you know what I mean? But I just love it. I just love it. Yeah, I really love these colors. I keep banging on about this. You know what? I'm an idiot. I keep banging on about the fact, oh, I'm not a blush fan. I'm not a blush fan. But I've got a whole, I'm talking about blush right now, and I've got another blush product coming your way for you guys to test it. But I think for me, I'm a bit of a blush snob when it comes to the formula. The formula has to be exquisite. It has to be pristine. Otherwise, I don't want it. And obviously, Pat McGrath Labs definitely has a very good formula. So that's what that pink looks like on my cheek. I'm a big fan of that. That's so pretty. So pretty. I haven't blended it out properly. I'm trying to get you guys to see as much of the pigment as possible before I go in and do everything else. But that is what that looks like, and I'm just, yeah, I'm gonna go into another synthetic soft brush from Zoeva and going into the lilac section. Now for the most part, I think most of us are not going to be dipping into each color like respectively, like I think we'll just mix and swirl, but I want to show you guys what the purple looks like. Yeah, there we go. So this one is on the dusty chalky side, which I really like. But look at the gradient that creates. That's why I really like it. I love to go in with a pale color at the balls of the cheek and then something deeper in the back. And that is a Pat McGrath Labs little trick. Ooh, my package is here, coming. Let me just show you because you're gonna be distracted. So that particular order is from Beauty Bay because I realized that they have Danessa Myricks and Beauty Bay. So I was like, oh, let me just get this palette from there. So this is the Dewy Cheek and Lip palette from Danessa Myricks. What I'll do is I'll finish off the demo, then we can do some swatches because I need to do the pat swatches anyway. But as we were saying, that's what that combo looks like. Oh, tell me that's not, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself that that's not pretty. Don't do anything but that, because that is pretty. That is pretty. And actually this little gradient trick I learned from her couture, Pat McGrath couture behind the scenes fashion shows. She loves to do the draping and then do the gradient and make it even deeper, and it looks fantastic. And that is what that looks like. Oh, what am I think? Okay, so this is the Galactic Sun palette, and that's these two colors right here. The purple is definitely more on the mauve side, so by the time it's actually on skin it looks a little bit more brown purple, and this obviously is like an apricot color, which is super beautiful on the cheek. And then these two are from the new blush duo, which you can see is quite pale, if I can use that word, yeah, and pastel-y, but they definitely show up like that on skin as well. And this is the highlighter in case you guys haven't seen it from this palette. Okay, well, since this is here, we might as well just open it up. So this is the packaging. Oh, there we go. So this is the packaging. I quite like how you've got the little key at the bottom as well with all the colors. And then this is it. Now the reason I got this was because I'm always banging on about the Patrick Tar palette. This just screams summer to me, and I've been loving this. So sorry, let me angle it so you don't blind you guys. So I figured that this would be a really nice kind of I want to say complimentary, but it would echo the vibe, right? It's echoing the vibes, you know what I mean? And a lot of people rave about these as well as blushes and lip products, so I figured I would go ahead and pick it up, especially for summer. Can you imagine this on the cheek with glowy skin? Your lip gloss is popping and you got highlight. Stop it. Let me swatch it for you guys. Gosh, look how pretty this is. I barely even want to nick it. Okay, so I'm gonna use my fingers. This is my palette, nobody else is touching it, so if it gets contaminated, so be it. So that's what that swatches out as. Very pretty color, very pretty colors. Oh, that orange as well looks amazing, so good. Okay, so hold tight for a video on that, but let's finish off the face. Okay, so this side is still got the shimmer. I think that looks really pretty. It's still got the Fenty shimmer. What I'm gonna do is gonna show you guys how I actually want to use the shimmer. Where is it? Here we go. How I want to use this. But first let's go into trying to figure out which bronzer I want to use. Should I use a glowish or should I use this? For the sake of keeping it in the family, let's use the Fenty palette bronzer, shall we? And just taking this and this one. Okay, so let me show you guys how it would look like as a highlighter. Oh, that gold! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, that gold, my gosh. Wow, this is a beaming gold. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's what it looks like as a highlighter. I'm just gonna pop that on my nose. I'm literally going into the gold sections for the most part. Let me do this. I'll wipe the brush off and then I'll go into the brown section, and then you can see what that looks like, maybe on the chin. So it still comes off a little bit gold, but it's definitely not as gold as that, you know what I mean? It's more bronzy gold. The way that I wanted to use it was to go ahead and use a big fluffy brush and then basically pack the combination of those two colors on top of my bronzer, just like that. And then that way your cheeks will actually pick up a little bit of the highlight as well, and you won't have to do so much strategic work, if that makes sense. I think this looks nice too. It really just depends what you're going for the most part. I mean, I've obviously got blush on that side, so I had to do a bit more like detail work. But if you're just looking for something like easy, no fuss, no, you know, that kind of thing, just throw it on your face with a big fluffy brush and I think you'll get the desired glow too. My forehead is glowing. Oh. And that's what that looks like on this side. If you've got texture on your face, by virtue of highlighter being highlight, you are gonna pick up the texture. Maybe use a blurring primer underneath if you're really concerned about texture before going in with this product, because as you can see, it is picking up all the small kind of bumps and stuff that was on my face. But I feel like if you're gonna use this, it's not to perfect the skin. You're not going for perfect porcelain looking skin. You're looking for glow, you're looking for dew, you're looking to shine to the gods. Okay, so that's my only thing about this. Like, obviously it's a highlight product. It really depends on how you want to use it, or you'd have to know how you want to use it going in so that you don't waste your money, because I do think this is expensive. I can't remember how much it is, but I feel like it's expensive for what it is. And that is what you're gonna get. So I've kind of went ham on this side. I have to take that down a little bit, but I want to do something really quickly. I'm going to swatch this against the highlighters in the Fenty palette, the Fenty bronzer palette. So I'm just going to take the gold and I'm going to take the brown. That's the gold, that's the brown, and let's go and this is the gold in the bronzer palette, and then this is the champagne. They do actually feel very similar in formulation between the bronzer palette and the new face bronzer, but those are the differences in color. Really, really nice formula, you guys. Really nice formula. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. The only thing that I did was put on some lip liner because I still liked how the gloss looked like on the face, and I evened out the cheeks with the blush. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about this is that you can use it on the body as well. So I did drizzle that ever so lightly on top of where my, I don't know, these things are poking out. So yeah, that's been the haul. I actually really enjoy everything that I picked up today. Everything is giving me all the life and I cannot wait to keep using it. Using them, should I say. Let me know if you picked up anything that I've picked up in the comment section below, and if there's anything that you're super enjoying that you think that I might like as well. Hopefully you're doing well wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.